All of a sudden, we find ourselves in a position where countries are literally paying us money to reduce their tariffs, where they're going to be giving us additional money. That's why I really think we need the External Revenue Service. We need to bring that back. Trump was talking about it. We got to make that a reality. But in the meantime, you get people on the left who are actually talking down this economy, and none other than the socialist senator, Bernie Sanders, with his 3 houses. He's one of them. Let's play cut 3, please.
You wonder whether Trump is completely crazy and delusional or just a pathological liar. But the idea that anybody would believe that this is a great economy when 60% of our people are living paycheck to paycheck, when the cost of the health care is going up, people can't afford housing, people can't afford their basic groceries, childcare system is dysfunctional, people can't afford to go to college. And if this is the greatest economy in the history of the world, God help us.
It's just such a negative view. They've all taken the black pill in this country. People on the left love complaining about this country. They relish it. They think that's essential to them to be able to complain as much as they can. But I was doing this when I was doing my research for the big event today, but looking into it, that just from the Commerce Department, they've got 20 major trade deals and investment deals totaling $10 trillion of commitment. And they're just starting. There's going to be new things that are happening. We saw the jobs data come in. We saw that wages are going up. And rents are coming down. Home prices are very high, but this is the whole trick here, is that if conservatives are talking about affordability, we're probably losing, because that's implied that it's our fault. And the establishment media is not going to lead out with, well, why are things so unaffordable? Well, we had this thing called the Biden inflation, where we kept pumping money over and over into the economy, even though we'd already recovered. For example, the American Recovery Act. We were well on the way to recovery. We recouped most of the jobs that had been lost during the pandemic, and we still put out another $1 trillion in spending. Obviously, that's going to be inflationary. There's also so many habits that we have where we all YOLO all of our money away. We spend everything that we can. We borrow it too much. And this is cultural, both in the government and our personal levels. And then that's driving the prices up of a lot of stuff. So there's some cultural stuff and there's a lot of political stuff. And none of it has to do with Donald Trump's expenditures. All of it has to do with Joe Biden's. And this is why you're seeing various parts of the government just slash people, because that is the principle that we do not want to get rolled by government employees who do nothing. And we don't want to have too many leering centers around where we're funding projects that are just not providing any benefit to anyone. So this is very essential, because we have a culture that we must watch during election year, where it is very normal in a lot of circles in this country just to complain about this country. I'm going to play for you a clip. This is something that was heartbreaking. This is from U.S. Olympic curler Rich Ruhonen, who's a 54-year-old who glides stones on ice very well, and he brooms them as well. And we all love curling, or so we thought. But he still is determined to ruin curling for us. Let's play cut 1, please.
We'd be remiss if we didn't at least mention what's going on in Minnesota and what a tough time it's been for everybody. This stuff is happening right around where we live, and I am a lawyer, as you know, and we do we have a constitution, and it allows us to freedom of the press and freedom of speech, protects us from unreasonable searches and seizures, and makes it that we have to, have probable cause to be pulled over. And what's happening in Minnesota is wrong. There's no shades of gray.
No shades of gray. Cleaning up the fraudulent leering centers, trying to get some of the people who are illegal aliens who are only here to try to bilk the taxpayers and to take funds from us. None of that's legitimate. There's nothing to it. There's no shades of gray. I should not be there trying to enforce our laws. And he felt like it was appropriate to go overseas to a foreign country while he's wearing the red, white, and blue, representing our country in the Olympics, supposed to be a celebration of sports and physical excellence, even if it's just being excellent as gliding stones. We're celebrating it. Everyone loves curling. It's fun to watch. You get pumped up watching it. A lot of fist pumping going on. They're very animated people, the curlers. Very calm and very animated all at once. It's very toxic, and it was nonstop. On the most recent podcast I go through, I play about a half a dozen clips of athletes. They're all complaining about this country. They never say anything nice, and no other country does this. No other country sends their athletes out on the world stage to trash us. It's dark. And it comes from the institutional left that runs the Democrat Party.